This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
And welcome back, everyone. If I were to say this word, you'd know exactly what I'm talking about. Massage. Just a great word. Makes you feel good just even hearing that word. Many of us go for massages for many different reasons, whether it's relaxation, whether it's therapeutic. There's also another term called body work. Heard that one too. I just kind of figure it's sort of like massage. Apparently, there are differences. We're going to look at the difference between massage and body work with somebody who knows both. She's the owner and licensed therapist at Hilton Head Island Spa and Wellness. And it's so great to have her back with us. Paula Biondo is back on the program. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. It's, the putting the word work after another term, I get. It's my belief. Everything in life is work, even good stuff. Planning what we're doing this weekend. Now, who we're getting together with, who's driving, where we're going, what time, all of that. There's some work involved there. There's something called breath work, where you intentionally breathe for great outcomes. It's what they call it breath work because it's work. Body work. I want to say I know what that is, but I can't. I don't even know. What is body work?
Okay, so body work takes massage really to the next level because a body worker will actually get in there in specific areas, like if you have neck or shoulder or hip pain, and really find out where it's coming from. So we're not just rubbing you and relaxing you. We're doing specific areas to heal you.
Okay, so you do a massage on somebody, could be a deep tissue, Swedish, whatever you want to call it. There's an outcome, maybe relaxation, loosening up a couple of things, whatever it might be. When you're doing body work, it sounds like it's more detailed and more intentional, more targeted. Would that be right?
Yes. So one thing I want to clarify too, a lot of people say, deep tissue massage. They don't even know what it is. They just say, I want a deep tissue because they went somewhere and the massage was light. You know what I mean? So the person wasn't really connecting. It was just like a light rub and a soft connection. So a body worker will do deep tissue where they'll get in to maybe the gluteus maximus, the gluteus medius, and really get in there and hold the position for a good 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes until it releases.
Wow. Okay. And the deep tissue thing, I totally get it.
Yeah, a lot of people say I want a deep tissue massage because they didn't have the best experience and they want to feel the pressure.
It's for me, it's like I want to get my money's worth.
Right.
So dig in, baby, dig in. And I can always tell you to ease up a little bit, but it's our perception that when you get in there and you need it, go.
Yeah.
No.
See, but that's wrong too, because a lot of times, you can lock the body up. So you have to go deep, but you have to go slow. If someone goes in deep really quickly, they can lock up the muscle and then it doesn't want to, open up at all. Especially with the neck, there's, different points on the neck. You can't just go into the neck. You have to, sometimes just a soft touch will open up a blockage in the neck.
Well, that was my wake up.
How deep you go, it's what you do.
Like a year and change ago, I had lymphatic drainage massage and a lot of light touch there. And that was my wake up for you don't need to use a lot of pressure.
Exactly. I mean, of course, the person wants to feel the touch. So it's all about that first connection, connecting with the body, starting slow. Don't go too fast. What I do is I scan the body. I go around the table and I scan the body with my hands. And I'm, feeling what is that. I can also see what's out of alignment. If someone's neck, their shoulder, one side's higher than another, or the hip is out. And a lot of times it's really come from the opposite side of the body. Like you might feel it on the right, but it's really coming on the left side because the left side is the side that's injured and makes the right side work twice as hard. A lot of people have like knee or lower back pain. It's because one side's compensating for the other. So that other side feels it more. Does that make sense?
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Can you give examples of call it body work? Somebody you
Mhm.
even worked on, what their challenges were and what the outcome was.
Yeah. So, I mean, I seem to draw a lot of neck clients because I love doing neck work.
Oh,
So I have a lot of people that come in to see me that have, neck and lower back pain. And so, sometimes it's even coming from the shoulder and it can go all the way down to the lower back or vice versa. I can hit points, just hold different points on the, not right on the spine, but right next to the spine in the plates between the sacrum. That's what one of your muscles is. And it gets really, really tight. So it puts pressure on the nerves and the lower back. So, people feel really stiff. So we're trying to open up so they can move more freely.
I've learned from you and even just experiencing it, what you feel is usually not connected to where the pain is coming from. You're feeling it,
Right.
let's say in a shoulder area, but it could be emanating from the middle of your back, your lower
Yeah.
back, the other side of you. Does
I
that
mean, we
happen a
should
lot?
always go where the person feels the pain too, because you're going to go where the person feels the pain, but you're also going to tell them we're going to work the opposite end or we're going to work somewhere else, because otherwise the person's going to just tighten up. I mean, they do have some trauma in that area that they're feeling it, but lots of times it's coming from another area. So really, what you do to the right, you do to the left.
Is that also to balance you out too?
Right, because you're opening up when you balance that, so you're opening the person's energy field up, so you're releasing, the tissue and the muscle.
Does this happen when somebody makes an appointment with you? Hey, I'm making an appointment with Paula. I'm getting a massage. Does it sometimes, or maybe a lot of times, turn into body work? We walk in thinking, "Yeah, I got pain right here," which I actually do, and and then it turns into body work.
Yeah. So it just depends on the person. I don't, force anything. If someone says they just want to come, they just want to come relax, but they say, my shoulder does hurt, so, I'm going to do what the person asks. It's all about listening to the client's needs, because if you don't really listen to what the client needs, then they're going to go away disappointed, even if you make them feel better. Because, people have, I wanted this and I got that, so I might do, a lot of long gliding strokes in that area, or, focus on that area a little bit more, and then like talk to the person about it and then see if they're open. Or they might say, no, I just want to relax. And some people will release, because it's all about letting go. So the more
Mm.
you relax, the more you release. And people who are ready to heal, aren't resisting you. Some people come in, but they're either new or they, subconsciously they really don't want to heal, or they just don't understand. So, energetically they tighten up. So it makes it harder for us to get into the body. But
Hmm.
someone who's like, oh yeah, I can't stand this anymore. I've been like this, and a lot of people wait a couple of years when they have so much pain, it seems like lately. And we can't fix them in one treatment, but we will make them feel better. I mean, a miracle can happen, and yeah, they will feel a lot better because we'll shift a lot of energy. But if something's been going on for years and you just, decide to come in after a couple of years, it's been sitting there, right? Fermenting like fruit. I tell people for years, it's like fermented fruit that gets hard. So it's going to take a little while, but you will feel better. But you won't be 100% unless a true miracle happens and you totally let go and the body just, but it usually takes more than one session if someone has chronic pain.
It's almost like you're reading my mind because as you're saying, had it for years, I'm thinking about my shoulder, and I've had pain for years. Went to some physical therapy. It was
Mhm.
honestly a waste of time. It's
Yeah.
just, um,
Well, physical therapy, they do the same treatment. Like if you have this area, they do this. What we do at my place is individual needs. Everything is dedicated to individual needs. We don't have like a protocol, what we're
that's
going to
just
do.
it. Right.
Yeah.
It's almost the cookie cutter thing. Okay, grab this band, move this way.
Yeah.
Well, that maybe that worked for Mrs.
Yeah.
Jones, but that's not what you have. You have something totally different. But
Right.
shoulder pain, yeah, we do this. We use these,
A lot of
whatever.
people go because, it's covered with insurance.
Mine wasn't.
Oh.
So, so I didn't go.
Huh.
And it was, I think I thought it was from playing tennis. I play like twice a summer. Um,
Mhm.
but it still pops up. It's still,
Mm,
and I went to the gym last week with a friend, and we kind of dug in a little bit deeper in terms of doing back, and now I'm feeling it right here.
yeah.
It's always the same spot, and I'm convinced it's coming from somewhere else.
Right. So I can see that your shoulder's a little higher on that side. So we could do a relaxation exercise right now if you want to try it to see if that helps a little bit.
Do anything.
Okay. You want to try it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, just, close your eyes and relax. Concentrate on your breath. And then I want you to go right into that pain where you feel it.
Think
I want
about
you
it.
to,
You're saying think about it.
yeah, think about where it is, where you feel it.
Hmm.
Where exactly do I feel that pain?
Oh, I
And I want
got
you to
it.
sit with that pain, sit with that feeling that you feel,
Hmm.
and just notice how it feels.
Yep.
And then just notice we have to sit here for a few minutes to see if it will change. So you're concentrating on that feeling of the uncomfortableness and the hurt, the pain, and then see if it can change at all. Notice if it changes at all.
And what's going on here?
So we're just connecting with the energy of it. So your mind connecting with the pain. And some people can do it, some people can't. Just to see if you sit, I mean, you could do it at home tonight. You just sit with that feeling. You just feel that ache and where exactly is in the shoulder and just concentrate on it and feel it. And you can wait for it to dissipate out a little bit.
I'm actually feeling it
Yeah, you
reducing.
can sit for like 10 or 15 minutes with it and just see, and you could do it at home and just see, okay, so you can feel a change.
Hmm.
I've done that with myself.
I will definitely do this tonight and
Yeah,
just
see,
sit with it and just it's you know what?
just
I like
feel
to
it.
just be quiet and meditate anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So make
Yeah,
that part of your
notice it.
meditation and
Right.
focus
Just
on
sit
it.
with it. And then just see how you can see if it changes.
Now, if it does, what does that indicate?
So it indicates that it's moving, it's shifting. Your consciousness is connecting with it and letting it release.
And potentially you could release it. So
It
what
may not
happens
totally release, but you might feel better.
when
You
somebody
might, where you, excuse me, where you might say, oh, this occurred, might come to you. This occurred when I was doing this.
see, I'm not really sure because it just it whatever
Sometimes it just built up over time.
that's it.
You use
Yeah.
your body. Like people who come here on vacation, right? They're like, I didn't have this pain when I got before I came here. It must be the bed I'm sleeping on. But it's like, no, the body gives out. Like once you relax, sometimes people go so fast, go, 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 go. They don't feel anything. And then when they relax, the body goes, okay, help me.
Like the
And
dust settles.
yeah, and it's like, oh, no, it's not the bed, or it's not, this has been going, I could pick up, this has been going on for 5 years, 10 years. This has been going on for a while. And your body just says now, okay, help me. So your
Can
body.
you detect that? That's it. If without getting any deeper
Mhm.
information initially, can
Yeah.
you really figure out? Yeah, you've had this for a bunch of years, haven't you?
Yes.
Working with this?
Mhm. Yeah, because I've been feeling the body for so long.
Is that the massage therapist portion of you, or is that the intuitive portion of you picking up on that?
That's the intuitive body worker.
Wow.
Hmm. Like people will go, how did you know to go there? I didn't tell you. How did you know to go there? It's just it's like from riding a bike. You've been doing it for so long. You just like know where to go. It's a knowing.
What calls you to a certain section of somebody's body to massage? What do you are you seeing something, feeling something? Like, well, what is that? What is
It's
that
just
like?
it's just the knowing. I can't really explain it. It's just I guess it's just a vibrational connection. Just a knowing. Okay, by looking at the body, what seems, if one side is higher than the other side, or, the hardness of it, the tightness of it,
Hmm.
just pick it up where the pain's coming from.
It's almost as if you just do it. You don't even know you're doing it when you go
Right.
to
And the
those
girls here
areas.
are really good. The girls that work with me, they're all, 15 years or more. So I'm not the only one. The other girls that work here too are Yeah, like Lacey, she has very powerful hands. She's totally power in her hands.
Hmm.
You feel it the second she touches you.
I heard, well, while we're talking about the hands, as I even say it, I got to crack my knuckles because it's like, yeah, just thinking about you day in and day out, decade after decade, doing body work massage. Do you get pain in your hands?
Yeah. Well, I started to. Yeah, my wrists. I've been, taking CBD oil and getting more massage. I mean, you have to receive when you're a therapist. You have to receive. You can't just give all the time because for a couple of reasons. You can't expect people to come see you if you never receive, and you have to take care of your body. Otherwise, you won't last. A lot of therapists only last 3 to 5 years because it is a lot of work, and they don't take care of themselves. You have to eat right. You have to exercise. You have to get body work done. So a lot of people in this profession last 3 to 5 years.
Mm.
But real body workers last, a lot longer.
Somebody told me too that, we the rest of us have this view of somebody doing body work massage of like they're digging in with their hands and they got a lot going on here. Somebody told me, not really. Most of the pressure comes from your legs and your feet.
Well,
That's
you're leaning in with your whole body.
yeah,
So you're
yeah.
you're actually leaning and using your body. If you do it the right way, you're leaning in with your body weight.
Can
Now, if someone
you?
really needs deep, I will use my elbow too and
Oh,
hold that space. But I won't dig in. I'll just go in very slowly and then, wait for it to release.
how long could you potentially, even with your elbow, getting into just the right spot? How long could you stay in that one position to achieve a release or a benefit? How,
5 to 10 minutes.
you could be just like this for 5 to 10 minutes, just not
Hmm.
moving.
And listening to the body, listening to it. And I could tell if the person's resisting. If the person's resisting, I'm not going to stay there for 10 minutes because I'm not going to waste my time.
Sure.
Right. Then I'm going to just try to relax them more and, do more, effleurage, long guiding strokes to get people to relax. You know, people come on the table and they'll go, I just can't relax. And I'll say, okay, well, first we're going to stop saying that because you keep reinforcing with your brain that you can't relax. So we're making a choice
Hmm.
and we're saying, I choose to relax. So I have them say that. And then I say to yourself 3 times, I choose to surrender to Paula, because it really does resonate with your brain if you say it to yourself. I choose to surrender to Paula, and it starts the relaxation. So, I can get them to go into altered state of consciousness so they can just totally relax. So their body starts letting go. Like I said, because the body does want to heal on its own too.
It reminds me of a friend of mine who's a trainer. And when you're doing stretching, she said you got to hold it like minimum 30 seconds, one
Mm,
stretch. Don't
right.
move, just stay there
Hmm.
because it's not going to make a difference in the body. So now I more
Right.
get the fact that, if you dig into a spot,
Yeah.
you're going to stay there a little
It's not
while.
going to feel good if you dig in too fast, then you come out too quick. It's not going to feel good.
Right, right.
It could actually shock the body and make it tighten up.
Can
Yeah.
you give us an example of somebody that had an issue and then the results of the issue after you work with them?
Well, like I have this client, she's been coming to me for years, right? But she would never let go. She always had her mind going. And it took like, I'm not kidding, like she would feel relaxed and stuff, but until she really trusted the process, even though she said she did, she totally wasn't. So she wasn't really letting go to heal her, to let her body heal. So her shoulders and her neck were always so tight. And even though I worked on her, I made her relax. She wasn't letting go process happen. It took like five. It actually took like 5 years. I mean, she's been coming to me for like 20 years already.
Wow. Wow.
Hmm. Now she just comes in. I mean, she still gets tight areas too, but she comes because she likes that inner relaxation feeling that I put people in.
Hmm.
That inner peaceful feeling.
It's amazing, no judgment, but that somebody can go to you even for a number of years and not let go, knowing that
They
that's
get what they need. They get what they need, but you know, they get what they need in that moment.
how can you
I did
encourage
have a
somebody
young
to?
kid come in, and he had like a hand. Like if you want more detail, like someone who had a really bad hamstring, he was a young tennis player, and I don't really like just doing one part of the body. That's not my thing anymore. I've been doing it for so long, but I know his mom, so. But he never put any heat on or any ice on. He never tried to stretch it. So I basically worked the points all the way up, by his groin area, all the way down to his knee. And so the connection points get really tight. So opening up connection points are key with, quad pain and hip pain.
So you bring up a really great point. Let's say we're feeling some pain. Let's say you went to the gym and maybe you stretched too much or
Right.
hanging holiday decorations and you reached. What's the first thing that we should do? What should we put something on it?
I always say take a hot shower, and then put some heat, a heating pad or infrared light. We have these infrared mats that we use here, and we also sell them. You can lay on that. It's 80 times more penetrating than heat.
Wow.
A lot of people over-exercise, and like older people too, they don't want to get old, right? So they go and they go and they go. I have this one lady, she had so much pain because she golfed too much, she exercised too much. She's not 20 years old anymore. The body cannot do what it used to do. So basically, I have to get her to relax and just try to give her muscles some love and nurturing because she's so tight because she overworked. Her body's so bad. So the older we get, we still have to exercise, but we can't overdo it.
The one thing I've realized getting older is the stretching.
Stretching is key.
Right?
I mean, I see a difference like, every week, if I do 3 or 4 days of stretching, I really see how loose I get. It's so easy to accomplish getting looser by stretching. And it's so good for your nervous system. It's so good for your brain, for your respiratory. And people who stretch look younger than people who don't stretch because they're moving everything.
I've heard that too, that we
look at somebody who does yoga all the time. They look 20 years younger than someone their age.
Well, I've heard that, I don't know if you had said it, but that when we get older, we're not moving things around in our body.
Right.
Right down to, the lymphatic system.
Right.
What's going to move that fluid in you, which has all toxins that needs to exit the body. An older person's not moving a lot. It's not like there's a pump like your heart. What's going to move that? That fluid, movement.
Like you can see how stiff people are. Like, we go out for breakfast a lot and we sit on this patio and I watch people come in and they're so stiff, it's like, or someone who's really hunched over, I feel so bad for them because they just didn't move their body and they allowed that to happen. It's really sad. You got to keep the body moving. You got to exercise. You got to stretch. You got to get massage. You got to get energy work if you want to have the best quality life.
That's where many of us view this modality as relaxation and just, I think it's good. It's good for me. No, it's essential.
Right.
Because you're moving things within the body, lymphatic fluids, even as well when you're doing the work.
So this week we're offering $20 off. Anybody wants to come in and try us, new clients. If anybody would like to come, $20 off to experience our work.
And where are you located again?
Hilton Head Island, 42 New Orleans Road, Suite 101.
Gotcha. Listen, I found flights to Florida that were like dirt cheap. I'm going to look up Hilton Head.
Mr. Rick, from Kennedy.
Yes. Well, that's where I flew out to go to Florida. $50 round trip. Not even kidding. I'm serious. I'm making a little retreat down to Hilton Head Island.
Yeah, we get a lot of people that come for retreats.
Love it. Paula, what's your website?
HiltonHeadIslandSpa.com.
Beautiful. Thank you for all the insight today and busting the misconceptions about all of this. You are our go-to. I really appreciate it.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.